26, 2025 board meeting to order. Roll call starting on my left, please.
Evenson here.
Minter here.
Jumati here.
Cole here.
Gabriel here.
Certify the posting of the meeting, please.
I certify that on Wednesday, March 26, 2025, the agenda for the Town of Rome Board meeting for Thursday, March 27th, 2025, was posted at the Rome Town Hall at 3:56 p.m., Quick Trip 4:02 p.m., Mikusa Port Edward State Bank 4:11 p.m., and emailed to the Wisconsin Rapids Tribune at 3:54 p.m.
Thank you. Motion to approve the agenda, please.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
Motion by Supervisor Gabriel, second by Supervisor Minter to approve the agenda as presented. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Citizen comments. We received no orange cards, but I'll read A. The board will also take comment from the public on agenda items as called by the chair, but not during citizen comment. Please note that once the board begins discussion on an agenda item, no further comment will be allowed from the public on that issue. Discussion and possible action on the following items. Discussion and possible action, appointment of MSA Professional Services, Inc. as interim zoning administrator. Jason?
As you know, our zoning administrator has resigned. Prior to her arriving, we used MSA. The terms would be the same as what they were before. It's $130 an hour when it's a zoning administrator issue. Our building inspection service comes from the same company, so they already hold office hours 6 hours a week, so we wouldn't get double billed for those office hours. We'd be billed for review of plan sets, planning commission meetings, et cetera, under the contract. There's also another sheet of paper up there. If you appoint them as the interim zoning administrator, we'd post the recruitment for a permanent replacement. And so what we would look at, the office hours are 10 to 12, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then by appointment. MSA just happens coincidentally to be rolling out an online portal for the building applications, and they said they'd make that available for the zoning as well, so people would be able to just apply online. They would review them and get their stuff back to them, and they just have to pay here then. So it should be a fairly simple process
That's a nice extra
to get
feature.
us through the interim.
Okay.
And this is on here, I don't have the authority to appoint an interim. It's in town ordinance that the board appoints the zoning administrator. I make a recommendation confirmed by board appointment. So it's my recommendation to use MSA in the interim.
Okay. Questions?
Yes. You said that MSA is already here Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 10 to 12. Is that?
Correct.
So would we just be extending their 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock on those days? Or are we
I
thinking?
think we're gonna try to do it online and stay within that 2-hour block. Like, remember before we had the signs out there and we put it all over our website that, hey, if you need an in-person appointment, these are the times, because most people are doing it online now anyway through Zoning Hub or this new portal
Okay.
that comes out. They would be available by appointment if somebody needed to meet at their property and discuss something or go over a plan set. They would add additional hours because they're in town more than these 2 hours. These are just the hours they allot for office work. They're in town doing inspections, and some of them are the same individuals that do zoning and.
So this portal, they've used it in other communities and people are pretty apt at working their way through it, and they'll put it up for us to use?
Correct, and,
Okay.
you know, the material you have in front of me in front of you for the recruitment, we're talking hopefully not more than a 60-day window. If we put the posting out for 30 days and then start interviewing people, it's just a temporary solution to get us
Oh.
through. And I don't know that paying somebody $130 an hour to sit here when no one's coming in
Right.
makes financial sense for the town. If we start getting backed up or complaints, we always can up the the office hours. That's just the starting point that they proposed and thought would work.
The one thing that's interesting this year is that building starts are as low as they are. We're already into March and we haven't had that many new home permits. I mean, sheds and that sort of thing might be coming up, but with all the other things too, it seems like people are doing a lot more online and it's not as busy as it normally is, or like it was last year at this time of year. Last year, February and March were unbelievable.
Question, are there also travel expenses or other expenses, or it's strictly the hourly fee?
There's travel expenses, but we wouldn't be paying extra because they're already here for
Already
building
here.
on those days. So they would do
Okay.
the office hours on the days that they're already up here doing their other work.
So we would do this the same way that it was done shortly after Emily left and then last year when we ran into this.
We were doing this until the zoning administrator was hired.
Right. Limited hours. Okay.
Correct.
And you have an announcement, you guys can get posted right away then for that? Ready tomorrow? Okay.
Correct. We'll get it out.
Any other questions?
I'm assuming that you've already talked to MSA and you're telling us that this is all, if we approve it,
'Cause we
they're
still-
good,
well-
they're good to go.
We still had a contract with them for, the former zoning administrator could reach out and get expertise from their people. So we've had the contract and they have people to fulfill that in place. If we wanted somebody here 20 hours, they have somebody that could be here 20 hours, but I think it's probably more reasonable, especially until things pick up, to go with the reduced hours. And we still could take, if somebody brings a packet in here and wants to drop it off because they don't have a computer, we could just scan it to the MSA for them. If they dropped it here, we would just say, well, we'll scan it in and email it to them and you'll hear back from them, and then it's out of our hands till we hire somebody.
So do you need a motion authorizing you to sign the contract, or a motion
We don't,
authorizing
we're
the
already under contract.
town
The
to-
motion would be to appoint MSA as the interim zoning administrator.
Okay, well, I'll make a motion to appoint MSA as the interim zoning administrator until such time as a zoning administrator is hired.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion by Supervisor Cole, second by Supervisor Evenson for the administrator to work with, or I won't add anything, sorry, the appointment of MSA Professional Services, Inc. as the interim zoning administrator until such time as the position of zoning administrator is filled. Any more discussion or questions? All right, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Dates and items for future agenda items and meetings. We'll start building that out tomorrow. And let's see, next meeting date and time is April 3rd at 5 PM.
And Jason, you are proceeding with posting this out there?
Yes,
We are
I'll
current,
I'll
okay.
post that out there. Monday I planned on posting that.
Okay. All right, then, meeting adjourned at 5. Don't say a word. Don't say a word.